What are some of the things that you need to consider when you're thinking about your career goals for 2023? Are you ready? Do we start?
Yes.
Hi, my name is John, the career coach, and today I want us to talk about some of the things that you must consider when you're setting your career goals for 2023. So let me give you the first scenario. You did a degree in engineering. You have work experience in marketing. How should you package yourself to ensure that you are increasing the chances of you landing an interview, considering the degree that you did is not the same or equivalent to the kind of work experience that you've done? And what you need to do if there's a discrepancy between the degree that you've done and your work experience is number one, to be clear. You need to be clear about the direction in which you want to steer your career. Yes, you have a degree in engineering, you have work experience in a different field. Do you still want work in engineering? Because if that's the case, then your CV, your LinkedIn profile, your cover letter, it needs to be tailored towards that direction that you want. If you want to continue in marketing, having a degree in engineering, how should you also now brand yourself as far as your CV, your LinkedIn profile and cover letter is concerned to demonstrate that? So what is most important is being clear about the direction in which you want to steer your career. And then number two is aligning your documents accordingly, because remember, when you send out your CV, you're not there to explain yourself. So like for example, if you have a degree in engineering, experience in marketing, and now you want a job in engineering, you're not there to explain why you don't have any experience in engineering and now you want a job in engineering after having worked maybe 5 years in marketing. You're not there to explain yourself. So you need the CV tailored towards the direction in which you're going as far as your career is concerned. And then number two is if there's a discrepancy between the degree and the work experience. So let's say now you have 5 years in marketing, the degree is in engineering, and you want to continue in marketing. Have you done any professional qualification to show and demonstrate your willingness to now move completely in this marketing direction? It could be an online course, it could be a certificate or a diploma that you've done, but then can you show some form of qualification? Because many times I normally meet people who tell me, I want to change careers, and then I'm like, oh great, so now you want to change from HR to, let's say, something like public relations. Great, so how can you show me, or how can you demonstrate that the passion for you to change? How can you demonstrate your passion for public relations? Have you done any course? Have you done any kind of work that that can tell me that indeed you're really passionate about this public relations? So getting qualified is important. And then number three, getting experience in that area that you want to move into is also equally important, because you can't say that you're really passionate about, let's say, photography, and you cannot demonstrate any time that you have taken photos. Or you can't tell me you're very passionate about digital marketing and there's no form of work experience that you've done in that area. So the work experience also is important. And now it's going to be up to you to get time, to get extra time to work on this area of passion. So like now, for example, if you're working in HR and now you want to move into public relations, then you need to look for time, maybe over the weekends or during after hours, for you to collect some hours of work that you've done in your area of passion. Then it's going to be easy to demonstrate that you're really passionate about switching. And even now, when you're branding yourself on your LinkedIn, on your cover letter, on your CV, there's some experience in that area that you want to branch into. But you see how it's going to be very difficult for you to say that you want to branch from HR to public relations, but there's no education, there's no work that you've done in that particular area. And then the last thing is you need to get connected. So you need to get networked in the area that you want to get into. So if your degree was in HR and now you want to go into public relations, you need to look for people who are currently working in public relations, who have maybe 5 years of experience. Have a sit down with them, have an online meeting with them, ask them, how did you get into PR? What are some of the advantages? What are the disadvantages? What are some of the problems that you experienced? How can I overcome those problems? How can I get to where you are faster? This is going to go a long way. They're also going to tell you of opportunities if they arise in that particular area. So I know it's normally very tricky. If you've done a degree in one area and you want to go into another area, you have work experience in one area, like maybe you have 10 years experience in public relations, and now you're saying you want a job in HR. Of course, it's going to be difficult, but not to say that it's impossible. Sometimes also So you've done a degree in one area, and then you want to shift now. If you're a fresh graduate, one of the easiest ways is to look for graduate management trainee programs, because then these programs are normally readily available and they don't care what kind of degree you did. So even if you did a degree in econ and statistics or mathematics or English, you can get into the program, and then you'll be taken into different departments. You'll rotate into different departments. So you see now in this case, if you're applying for a management trainee position, or if you're applying for an entry-level role, they really don't care about your degree. However, your CV needs to be good, because then you're going to be competing for these programs with thousands and thousands of other people. So you need a good CV, you need a good LinkedIn profile, you need to network on LinkedIn. You can even use the Easy Apply on LinkedIn to apply for these management trainee programs. And the beauty about these programs also is you can apply for the programs if you've enrolled for a master's program. So it's not only for undergrad. So I find these graduate programs excellent if you're trying to shift careers completely, because then they're not looking at what you did in your undergrad. What they need to know is, are you do you have the basic skills that they're looking for? Are you a student and you're good to go? But then you need to be able to have packaged your CV, your LinkedIn profile, and your cover letter very well. Now, the next category of people is if you're very sure this is the direction in which I want to go, but then you have a bad CV, you have a bad cover letter, you don't even have a LinkedIn profile. You want to rethink your branding. You want to rethink your online presence, because remember, the purpose of a CV is to land you an interview. Even if you're very good at what you do and you got first class honors and you got straight A's, you're not going to get an interview if you have a horrible CV. So think about your CV. Ensure you have a modern CV, an ATA CV, a cover letter, a LinkedIn profile, so that then at the time when you're seeing a job that you want to apply for, that's not the time you're busy trying to construct a CV. You're ready to make the applications, and it's going to help you make numerous applications at a go. The third thing that is also very important is, have you prepared for interviews well? Because you could have a good CV, you've gotten the interview, but then remember, the purpose of a CV is to land you an interview, not the job. The interview is what is going to land you a job offer. So you want to ensure that you have practiced, you're very good at interviewing, and when you get that chance, because after sending numerous applications, can you imagine finally landing an interview and not being able to get the interview because you don't have the right interviewing skills? It's going to be very sad. So that you have practiced some interview questions, and if you're not able to, that you have booked an interview coaching session with me, and we go through some of the things that you need to do to ensure that you are ready for your next interview. So as you're thinking about your financial goals and your health goals and your family goals, please pencil in your career goals. Very, very important in 2023. Think about the direction in which you want to steer your career. Get clear about the kind of skill, your passions, and what you currently have, and be clear about the direction in which you want to go. And now align your documents, align your CV, align LinkedIn profile, align your cover letter accordingly, and I can guarantee you, you're going to start 2023 with a bang. That's all that I had for today. I hope this video has been beneficial. Thank you, and see you next time.